Alright people, hopefully these tips I've just shared with you will really help you get in shape when it comes to having a 9 to 5 job, or you're at school or wherever it is. I live that 9 to 5 life, and trust me, these tips are very helpful. What is good people? Today what we're doing is another video of TJ's tips. Today's one's going to be how to get in shape if you have a 9 to 5 job or you're at something that takes up a large portion of the day. The biggest thing I can advise is be a food snob. A food snob is someone that is very specific about the foods that they eat. And I don't mean, for example, you tracking every single thing. I'm talking about someone will buy something new for the office and they'll go, do you want this? Do you want that? And a lot of times everyone just says yes, but I always say no. And it's purely because I'm looking at it, I'm like, I don't think I'm really gonna enjoy it. Like if someone offers me a double chocolate brownie, I'm probably gonna eat it. But a lot of the times it's just packets of crisps or sweets or things that I necessarily do not really like that much. So I'm not just gonna accept it because you've given it me, because that's just stupid. Why am I gonna eat certain foods that I don't really care about just to eat them to appease the person giving it to me? It makes no sense. That's a biggie right there. Don't just eat food because someone gave it to you free. You need to get to the point where you have enough willpower to say no. Yesterday they offered me some big pack of Doritos, right? In my head I'm like, if I eat that bag, that's like 600 calories of food that I don't really want. You need to really just think, do I really need it? Do I really want it? Will I enjoy it? If the answer is no, then don't eat it. Alright, moving on to the next, which is trying to increase your daily steps. You should really be doing 6,000 to 10,000, ideally 10,000, but because of where I work and I drive, there's nowhere really to walk. I'm only averaging 3,000 a day. So in those instances, you need to try and up your steps as much as you can. So little steps you can do is when you're at work, always go to the furthest bathroom, because even though it doesn't sound like a lot, if you do that say 3-4 times a day when you're at work and you're doing it every single day, those extra steps do add up. Even when, for example, when you're going places like on lunch or just in general, try and park furthest away from the Tesco or the whatever store you're going to and walk, because in your head you're always trying to find that close car park near to the door because it's just convenience. But realistically, if you can just park the extra like minute away driving, that little extra walk to the store and then walking back with the bags and stuff, little things like that over the course of weeks, months, it really does add up. So I would definitely advise doing that in many different instances. I've just given you 2 examples, but you can do that everywhere. The number one thing I always get is I haven't got time to cook or I haven't got time to work out. Really, it's just a massive excuse. What you have to do is prioritize it, because to cook fairly good meals, healthy, only takes around 15 to 25 minutes. If you've watched any of my 4-day eating videos, you can see they're very fast meals. Moving on to the second part of that, which is you don't have time to train. A decent training session can be done in 45 to 60 minutes. I truly believe if you give up one TV show, whether it's Love Island or whatever TV show you watch, you have time. Because a lot of the people that tell me they haven't got time to go to the gym often watch every single series. They're watching Game of Thrones, they're watching Walking Dead, they're watching every single TV program because they're up to date. You easily could fit it in, but you choose not to because you don't prioritize it. If you don't prioritize the gym, you don't really want to go, then that's fine. But you can't use it as an excuse. When realistically, it's just because you don't put it above other things. For example, you may put like watching TV, going cinemas, foods out all the time, going clubbing above the gym, which is perfectly fine. But the problem is that you can't then do that or then complain about not being able to go to the gym, because you're just bullshitting. Let's keep it real. If you ain't putting the time in to actually do it, then you're not going to see the results. End of. There's no magic detox tea or special 1-week workout program that's going to get you in shape. It comes down to you really actually saying, you know what, I'm going to do this, and just being committed. Alright, now when it comes down to the foods you actually eat while you're at work, there's 2 things you can do if you really want to see a change in physique. If you are not seeing the results you want, you have to either meal prep the food at home and bring to work the next day, put it in the container so it's all ready, or if you aren't willing to do that or you don't want to do it for whatever reason, the only option is paying a little bit extra at whatever store is near you that has a somewhat healthy option. And realistically, that's all I can offer you as a guide. People always ask me like, what do you do when you're at work? You either meal prep or you pay the extra to eat something that's somewhat healthy. Or you can do what I sometimes do, which is still a healthy option, but it's not like a really interesting meal. I often have cereal at work, so high fiber cereal like bran flakes mixed with granola. I have like a hearty bowl of it, not like a little, not the suggestion of like 40 grams of it says. I probably put about damn near 50 to 60 grams in the tub. So I would definitely advise trying to eat the foods that are actually good for your body and will help you in the long run. Finally, I will say whatever routine that you follow in the gym, make sure that you can definitely sustain it pretty easy. For example, if you're someone that's kind of like on and off with the gym and you always find it hard, don't commit to trying to train every single day of the work week if you just really can't do it. If it gets to the point where you hate the gym, you need to scale it back a bit and find a different routine. You don't need to train 5 days a week. You know, I mean, every little helps. So for example, if you can only manage your schedule consistently 3 days a week, only train the 3 days a week. And you never know, training that 3 times a week is manageable. You may start to enjoy it, and it gets to the point where you actually like the gym, and then you may go, you know what, I can do 4 days. Then after a few months you do the 4 days, and then you're like, you know what, actually, I can actually go on Sunday as well, and you do 5 days. Things like that is how you see progress. That is my biggest advice for those of you that have some sort of job. Like, I know specifically more talks about work, but it really applies to everything at school as well. At the end of the day, it comes down to perseverance, consistency, and the tips I just spoke about. Anyways, people, hope you liked the video. If so, give it a nice thumbs up and share it to anyone that has that 9 to 5 that often makes excuses. Anyways, people, peace out, stay getting gains. I'm gonna go eat. Deuces.
Make $1 million cash for you flatline. Make a master plan, watch it backfire.